So my name is Erin Lewis. I'm an electronics artist who happens to work a lot with wearable technology, and in fact that's been my focus for the past 2.5 years. I work at OCAD University both as a researcher and an instructor, and I just love to geek out with textiles and electronics. So some of you may be wondering what wearable technology is. So my official definition is that wearable technology refers to garments that incorporate embedded electronics or smart materials that extend their functional, aesthetic, and social possibilities. And this brings together a variety of disciplines, including art, design, fashion design, industrial design, engineering, material science. So what I'm here to talk to you about is the Internet of Things. So you guys might know of this concept that every object has an IP address. So your house talks to your doormat, that talks to your car, that talks to your cell phone, et cetera, et cetera. What I want to propose is something that I'm calling the Internet of Bodies. So this is about wearable technology and garments that are networked and that can talk to each other. So your shirt talks to your shoes, talks to your partner's dress, et cetera. I know it sounds wild, but there's a lot of artists and designers that are working with this concept, and here's a nice illustration of how this can happen. So your bra can talk to your underwear, can talk to your shoes, etc. You can talk to your computer, you can talk to your friend's shirt, or maybe you need to pass through some kind of a router somewhere in between there. So this is a lot of what I experiment with in my research. One of the key elements is thinking about gestures and how the body moves. And this is what actually gives relevance to wearable technology. How can we actuate things? How can we give meaning to the movements of our body and to things that live on or around our body? This is my dynamic image of people moving. Another element is thinking about the body as interface. So, you know, can something happen if I'm raising my arm up and down, or I'm stomping my feet really hard? How can I use that to be triggering a variety of effects? So I'm going to run through a couple of projects and just let you know what this looks like. This is a project I worked on with my peers. It's called the Audience Jacket. And basically what it does is allows you to carry an audience with you wherever you go. It communicates wirelessly to a computer, and as you move your hands together as though you're clapping, it'll trigger a sound file of a loud applause. Or if your hands are above your head, it triggers a sound file of a loud cheer. So the idea is that you're never alone. Simple gestures can be quite strong actuators. So this subtle gesture has, of just touching your hand to your hairpiece, can actually be a nice actuator. There's conductive pom-poms in this work. So this actually triggers a wireless message. This is a Kegel organ. It's what I call insertable technology. And I basically use my pelvic floor muscles to play notes from Mary Had a Little Lamb. So it's a work in progress. I'm working up to Flight of the Bumblebee, but I'm not quite there yet. So there's stuff going on in a more commercial format but certainly grew out of DIY. This is smart yoga clothes. So different body postures in yoga can be detected through a variety of sensors, and through haptic feedback you can feel how you need to correct your positioning in yoga. So there's definitely a market for all of this. Again, just jumping back to gestures, thinking about what we do unconsciously with the body. So here someone's fiddling with their necklace, but if they fiddle with it and they touch this conductive patch on the t-shirt, they're actually able to transmit a wireless message to their partner, like a kind of Facebook poke saying, hey, let's get out of here, or hey, I'm thinking about you. So this is what's really interesting with clothing that communicates. You can develop an entirely new set of communication protocols just through body movements, either subtle or overt. And I think that that's a really sort of promising area for wearable technology. This is a scarf that I created that also sends this kind of nudge across the room. So it has conductive thread knit into the pink patches on the scarf. So if you touch those two patches together, it closes what's essentially a basic electronic switch and sends a wireless message to this pair of socks to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. And this pair of socks has conductive thread integrated into the toes of the socks. So if you touch your two toes together in a very subtle manner, it's going to send a message back to the scarf saying, hey, I'm thinking about you too. It's like Morse code for your accessories. This is another project, and this is more about connecting clothing with computers and real-time data. So this is a bustier that prompts real-time stock market updates. So as the woman undresses, the man is excited or totally deflated, depending on what stocks they have. I don't know. This project is not mine, but I thought it was quite fun. And this is an apron that's connected to Twitter. And as the person puts on the apron, it sends a message saying, hey, I'm cooking dinner. It sends a message to Twitter, and then as the person takes off the apron, it says, hey, dinner's ready. So this is what's kind of interesting about wearable tech, and I'm just going to jump to my notes here. These are freshly printed pages. Here we go. Sorry, this slide's totally going to burn me. Yeah, so I like to imagine a time when our clothing is able to recognize our friends and respond to this recognition, when electronics are embedded in the very fibers of our clothes. Artists and designers are prototyping this for the future, and large corporations are catching on. This is about new methods of communication and interaction. It's not a replacement for what is, but it's an additional layer to what we already have. Thanks.